today's news.
It's CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. I'm Christopher Cruz. Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate Governor Tim Walz are on a campaign bus at this hour, making their way through must-win Georgia in a two-day trip. This is Harris's 16th trip to Georgia as vice president and 7th just this year, says CBS News campaign reporter Shauna Mazel.
Georgia is one of the crucial battleground states that's going to be needed to win the White House. The path to the White House will definitely go through Georgia. We saw the state flip from red to blue in 2020, making it a swing state. And so what you're seeing now is Harris helping to capitalize on that and see if she can keep Georgia as a state that will vote for a Democratic presidential ticket.
Republican vice presidential nominee Senator J.D. Vance was in another must-win state today, Pennsylvania.
We had so much success for just 4 years of Donald Trump's leadership. I think we're going to have a hell of a lot more with 4 more years of Donald J. Trump.
69 days until Election Day. Former Las Vegas area politician Robert Tellis has been convicted of killing a reporter who had written negative stories about him. CBS's Carter Evans on what's next for Tellis.
What happens now is the penalty phase, and often in a court case that could be weeks, even a month later, but in this case it is going to happen today because the same jury is going to decide what the penalty is here, and he is facing up to life in prison.
This was a good day to stay indoors for millions of people in the U.S., says CBS News meteorologist David Parkinson.
We're expecting 20 to 30 new record-high temperatures today as the heat now expands to the mid-Atlantic and East Coast.
The Supreme Court today blocked an administration request to reinstate a plan to cancel student debt for millions of borrowers. CBS's Allison Key says that.
The court's decision leaves borrowers to wait, while legal challenges from more than a dozen Republican-led states wind their way through lower courts. The so-called SAFE program is an income-driven repayment plan and provides shorter repayment periods and earlier loan forgiveness for borrowers who started with smaller balances.
Being a parent today is really, really tough. So much so that Surgeon General Vivek Murthy says it's a public health issue.
Parents are struggling with loneliness at incredibly high rates, significantly higher, in fact, than the general adult population. And this is particularly true for single parents.
Israeli forces carried out a large-scale operation in the West Bank overnight. Palestinian officials claim at least 10 people were killed. CBS's Intel's Tayeb in Tel Aviv said this could be just the beginning.
It's being described as one of the largest operations in the occupied West Bank since the Second Intifada, which was over 20 years ago.
On Wall Street at the close, the Dow 1/3 of 1% down. S&P 500 down more than 1/2 of 1%. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. Today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that heebie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 74 degrees in Oakland, California.
Okay.